My name is Narendra Ambhaikar. I am the technical lead for India API at Piramal Pharma Solutions. I'm responsible for all matters related to technology of APIs in the India region. Building capabilities in the organization to integrate those capabilities and then turn that into a solid value addition to our customers. Batch is a process that typically happens in one reactor, so single reactor, single vessel, where the chemistry runs and you allow the reaction to proceed over a set time. It's typically ideal for multi-step synthesis. You have flexible parameter adjustment, but it's all happening in one place. The downside of a batch process is that there could be side reactions that can't be controlled. There could be hazardous reagents that can't be scaled up. This is where fundamentally flow chemistry, which has a smaller footprint, you can continuously charge material into the flow reactor and it keeps reacting and the material flows out. And that's really the fundamental aspect of flow. So you can pump in many milliliters or liters of solution and it just goes right in, reacts, and it comes out as product mix with minimal side reactions and minimal byproducts. It's something that's very safe to use, and that's where there's a greenness associated with flow chemistry, which definitely is an edge over the conventional batch technology. You choose the right reaction by first really understanding what the batch process has actually demonstrated. You have to understand, is it chemistry that liberates a lot of energy? Is it chemistry that has unsafe or hazardous reagents? Or is the reaction too rapid to control in a batch process? Or is the product mix really unstable? Or even the starting material, is it really unstable? If the residence times or the reaction times are really long, you really want to make sure that batch is the right strategy there, because that gives you sufficient time, because you're really working in favor of thermodynamics as against flow, where flow, if the reactions are very small, low residence time or low reaction time, you have to consider flow. And that's just one of the many considerations, but all reactions where batch doesn't help are good candidates, perfect candidates for flow chemistry. Piramal has multiple sites across the region, whether it's the India region or the North America region. But we operate as an integrated team in R&D across the globe. In terms of flow chemistry, in India region, we have a discovery team and we have a development team. So these two teams interact with each other and they actually exchange ideas and thought processes to come up with the best solution. And this is something that has helped us in flow chemistry projects in the recent past. One specific project that comes to my mind is a client that gave us some technology that needed to be scaled up in the flow mode. And before it went there, before it was going to go there, it was meant to be studied. So we had to develop a process in the flow mode. Now, when you encounter such a technology, one has to try out several reactions first as a proof of concept at a small scale, maybe more like a discovery setup, which is exactly what we did. The process team went to the discovery flow chemistry setup and they tried out certain conditions. They demonstrated a nice proof of concept there. With the lessons learned, they came back to the development setup and they used the flow chemistry reactor in the development setup, optimized certain parameters, tweaked some conditions, and actually ended up developing a process package for the customer. And this is how we ended up making hundreds of grams of material in flow, and that actually was the sign of a good process development, which the client acknowledged. At Piramal, there are certain advantages. We are a global setup. Our teams interact with each other in R&D globally, and whether it's small-scale chemistry or some complex chemistry, there's someone in the network who's capable of running that chemistry and has run this chemistry. There's good experience within the network globally, and that really helps us in coming up with the right solution. On top of it, we have an infrastructure in manufacturing that is state-of-the-art and strong quality systems, as well as process safety assessments. All these put together really add value to a customer's project. And this is probably the reason why innovative companies are often keen on working with us to get the best of all capabilities, within one team. The people at Piramal have a very, very special role to play in the entire setup. We have differently qualified teams with special skills and capabilities and experiences. All of these combined, they result in a really, really powerful experience that can be a special offering to our customers. The kind of projects that we deal with, they can create real value to anybody who's looking to scale up technology from the lab scale to the plant and ultimately commercialize it. Combined with basics, a strong foundation in chemistry knowledge and engineering knowledge, all of these put together make it a very, very special offering to our customers.